This is Ustada Salama, a woman whose courage and wisdom turned an unexpected train ride into something truly life changing. Recently, while she was wearing her niqab, she found herself face to face with a guy who openly supported Tommy Robinson, a man better known for spreading hate than doing anything useful for the country. So his words were full of anger, frustration, and resentment, especially towards immigration. And spotting a Muslim woman in a niqab seemed to light an extra fire under him. But what happened next was incredible. An unexpected conversation that ended up changing his perspective in a way no one could have predicted.
Shahada with me. Here's what happened. So I was on the train and I was getting off the train and this guy cornered me and he was talking a lot about, you're oppressed, go back to your country. And I turned back to him and I saw that he had an England flag on. And so I asked him, I was like, do you know that that is St. George's Cross? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, did you also know that St. George was actually born in Turkey and he died in modern day Palestine? And I asked him, I was like, would you tell St. George to go back to his country?
Let me explain a bit about St. George's Cross. The St. George's Cross, that red cross on a white background, is the national flag of England. It represents St. George, the patron saint of England, who is often shown as a knight bravely slaying a dragon. St. George was born in what is now Turkey. He lived in the Roman Empire, not in England. His story was embraced by England much later, and he became the country's patron saint despite having no direct historical connection to it. So, when you look at it through a modern lens, St. George's association with England is an example of how something foreign, an immigrant figure in this case, was embraced and adopted into the fabric of national identity, even if it didn't have roots in the land itself. Okay, now let's continue with the story.
At this point, alhamdulillah, he had calmed down a little bit and he started laughing. Then he started asking me, why do I dress like this? I started explaining to him the concept of hijab, the tenets of Islam. I spent about half an hour explaining these things to him and his concept of God as well, because he was agnostic. And the main problem that he had with Christianity was that he couldn't fathom that Jesus was God. He later on revealed that his daughter had just passed away recently. And he felt that this was unfair from God. And alhamdulillah, I was able to explain to him that in Islam, children go to Jannah, i.e. heaven. After 10 minutes of explaining the concept of Tawheed and good and evil in Islam,
Allahu Akbar. This is a powerful reminder that sometimes a real, respectful conversation is all it takes to shift someone's perspective. Allah guides whom He wills. And what started as a tense encounter turned into a life-changing moment, showing that change can happen when you least expect it, sometimes in the most unlikely places. May Allah reward Ustada Salama for her wisdom and patience, and grant her continued strength in spreading the deen. May Allah bless the man who embraced Islam, guiding him on his new journey and filling his heart with faith, peace, and knowledge. Ameen.